Hey YouTube, got my Terremoto here, Redcat. I just want to do a quick first impression of this truck. Overall, it's pretty good. I've had it for about 3 weeks, and I've ran about 6 packs through it, and I've driven it on loose gravel, rough dirt, and pavement. And overall, like I said, I think it's a pretty good truck. The value is great on it. Um, I've done some stuff to it that I'll show you guys. But overall, like I said, it's pretty good. One of my favorite things about the Terremoto is the body. I think it's beautiful. They've done a really good job on it. The shape of the shell is really rounded. There's not a lot of creases or sharp edges, so it won't crack as easily. And the fenders are really aggressive looking. They shaped it really nice. It looks much better in person. When I first saw it, I thought I was wow. You can see the leg sand thickness is about that of a Slash, so it's still pretty good. Here on the front, you can see the full carbon fiber pattern. Really nice fading on that. It looks like snakeskin to me. And you see there's a lot of fading everywhere, which is really trendy. It doesn't look dated, it doesn't look toyish. The back here, the airbrush, it looks like an airbrush effect to me from far away. More carbon fiber pattern on the top. Excellent job for an RTR. I was really surprised. I think it's really one of the nicer RTR bodies out there. They did a really nice job. I hope you guys can read that. That's my FS GT3C Fly Sky. This is not the radio that comes with the RTR. With the RTR, you still get a Fly Sky radio, but I had this lying around, so I bind it to it. All the settings are pretty much off or zero. Expo is at 0. My dual rate is I think 95%, because the front wheels do rub if it's at 100%. So you just got to be careful there. Sorry about the audio, guys. I had to dub over the actual sound of the servos. But as you can see, they're the twin servos setup. In my opinion, they're a little bit slow, but I think they're fine for monster trucks and bashing. You really don't need, super fast steering response, but what you do need is a lot of power, and those are actually very powerful servos, 15 kilograms. Um, they're a little bit slower, but they feel more powerful than my 2075 Traxxas servos I have on my Summit. So, they're pretty good. The being a twin servo setup, you have to be really careful with the adjustments. I wish the links were adjustable. They're not, but with twin servos, if they're not adjusted perfectly, they're gonna fight each other, and then eventually they'll burn out. So you just gotta be careful there. I had no problems. There's no buzzing on my servos. Happy with that. Out of the box, they were adjusted fine. Alright, these wheels are pretty cool. Big monster truck tires and wheels. The bead locks are actually real. They hold the tire in place. The compound itself it's a little hard, but it's pretty good for an RTR. They're hard, so it's partly more for wear than traction. Um, when I was using them on pavement, um, they don't balloon as much, which is a good thing on 4S. On pavement, they slip a little bit, which is good for keeping your drivetrain in one piece. Overall, from what I've heard, the tire compound is pretty good for an RTR, and the rim design itself, I painted the silver triangles just to give it a little bit of flavor. One annoying thing about this truck is the battery box and how small it is. It's I'm running the stock battery packs, and they're fine. They fit perfectly, uh, the stock ones. But as you can see on the ends there, if I have batteries that are maybe 2 millimeters longer than that, and I have a tough time closing the door. The way it works is there's a flange there, and you stick that down and you rotate it so it kind of acts like an elbow. But any a battery that's any bigger, you're gonna have a hard time. What I did is I sanded the flange down a little bit just to take away a little bit of the material, so I can just have a little bit more clearance for my other batteries. Um, so it does help. The the batteries, what I did is there's a trick that I did. Uh, I drilled a hole underneath the battery cover or the battery box so I can stick my finger there to push the battery up. Sometimes you'll have a pack that's a really snug fit, and between the pinched wires and everything, it's a hard time getting the battery out from the top. So having a little hole underneath will help. And you may even want to add a couple of more holes, maybe just to lighten that battery box a little bit. I don't think it'll make that big of a difference, but the box itself, I like I said, it could be a little bit bigger, maybe 10 millimeters on either side. But with the door closed, it looks cool. It's nice and clean, no issues there. But like I said, I just wish it was a little bit bigger. And here's the battery, stock battery, the 3200 milliamps. It's a great starter battery. 3200 will probably get you like maybe 10-15 minutes full throttle. Those are the banana plugs that it comes with. They're 20C, so to get the most performance out of the system, you probably want have some more batteries and just higher C ratings so you can get more speed. But these are fine. Overall, like I've said before, this is a pretty good truck. Um, I've had mostly brand name RCs. I've had Traxxas, Tamiya, Kyoshos, HPIs. Right now I have a Traxxas Summit that's brushless, and I have to check out my SCX10. I have a Slash two-wheel drive, and so I tend to stick with brand name RCs. So when Redcat came out with this, I was interested because originally I was gonna get a illegal brushless for Christmas, but it's so expensive. The way to get it to the way I want it, with like tires and a new body, I was gonna get close to $1,000. So, um, so I did some research and I came across the Terremoto, and the reviews were pretty good, pretty durable. But the value was what got me because, uh, at the time of this video, they're going for under $400, um, in the $380 range. With lipos, you really can't beat it. Now the question is, how does it drive? Um, I would say that it's really good on rough terrain, rough dirt with grass. It handles great. It's very predictable. It doesn't roll over. I think it's the combination of the tires and the center of gravity. When you're out there on the rough stuff, when you want to turn, you can you know, hit the throttle to rotate the truck. Very predictable. Um, like I said, the tires are a little loose, a little hard, so depending on where you run it, my jumps were on loose gravel, so I had a hard time squaring up for the jumps. But once I got it in the air, it's really predictable. You can control it in the air pretty easily. The landings were great. The shocks are doing their job. It's just the way it sounds when it lands. You know what I mean. When you have a good landing, the shocks are working. It's great. The speed on pavement, it's roughly 40. I would say between 35 and 40 miles per hour. So it's okay. I think it's at the limit of where this truck should be as far as handling and high speeds. Um, the parts, I haven't broken anything yet, but the parts are pretty affordable. So I was just checking the tires there again, but like I said, the RTR compound is a little bit hard, but I think it's good. The slippage will save your drivetrain. Now, I would probably buy this again. I've had it for about 3 weeks, and so far, and I've ran it, like I said, I think I ran it 6 packs, and I just wanted to run it a little bit before I say anything about it, because you know how little things come up that will show up once you run it. But overall, I would buy it again. My plan was with this truck was to have a backup RC basher. I was really hesitant about spending $1,000 on the e-revo. So without knowing how much I'm going to run it. So I'm really happy with the Terremoto. It did the job. And so I hope you found this video helpful. If there's any audio qualities or blurry video, sorry about that. If anything comes up on this truck, I'll do another video maybe later on, but we'll see how it goes. So all of you guys out there, have fun and check out this truck. It's worth a look. So far, the reviews are pretty good, and I'm pretty happy with it. So until next time, talk to you guys later. Bye.